welcome back to the show. If you're new here, my name is Maria, and this is ParanormalGeek, where the truth can be stranger than fiction. Today's special guest is Lisa Chalmers. Is that how you say it?
Chalmers.
Chalmers. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Author of Lisa Chalmers, author of Legacy Netherworld Academy, the first book. She comes to join us today and share her new book and some spooky experiences as well. Thank you for coming, Lisa.
Oh, well, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Me too. So, what inspired you to write this wonderful book?
Well, I'd been doing contemporary for a long time, and I kind of got burned out writing contemporary, so I thought I wanted to go into something where I've always loved, which has always been the paranormal. And the academy genre was starting to pick up, and I was looking at the books, and I thought, Vampire Academy would be different, and I think I could have fun with that. So that's where the idea sort of came from.
I love that. I've always loved books like that as a little kid. So when they told me that, I was like, "Oh, goody!" It's really good, the book, and I've only gone through halfway. So
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
And where were you? Oh, well, you said that, but you were always drawn to writing,
Yeah, pretty much since I was a teenager, I've been writing.
Oh, that's good. That reminds me of back in the day, but I would write poems. I wouldn't really write stories.
I could never do poems. I started doing fan fiction in the late 90s, like Buffy and Backstreet Boys, and then I just went from there.
Oh, you're from my time. We're okay. Just off topic, just for fun. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Oh, Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
Well, they came here more often, so I saw them more than I could ever see NSYNC.
They're still around too, so
yeah,
that says something. When's your book release date?
Legacy comes out officially May 21st.
May 21st. Oh, it's soon in the corner, around the corner already.
Yeah. Came up really fast.
Yeah. How long you been working on the book, if you don't mind?
Off and on 2 years. Yeah. I had some stuff come up, so it got delayed longer. I'd been hoping to put it out last year, but stuff was going on, so writing got shoved to the side for a while.
Okay. It's a good book if it's been a while like that. That means I've got a lot of love and care into the story.
Yeah.
So for the viewers at home, is this going to be a series? Because I saw the title included book 1.
It's definitely a series. I've got plans for 3 books, so 1 book per year for Callie's time at Netherworld.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna be good. So people aren't left with now for the goody part. So tell us what some of your paranormal encounters, if you may.
Okay. The first one I remember, I was 3 or 4 years old, and we lived in a duplex, so the bedrooms opened off into this big square hallway, and then the kitchen was off there. So I was saying goodnight to my dad, and I turned to go to my room, and in the doorway was this big man who took up the whole doorway. Ragged, dark hair, tattered clothes, all brown, big boots, and I was kind of freaked out, and I turned back to my dad and I said, "Something's there," and he looked, he says, "Nothing's there," and I turned back and the guy was gone. Ooh. So yeah, I still can't figure out what he was.
That's scary. That sounds familiar to my little brother. Was 6 at the time when he confessed that he we weren't understanding why he was being what was going on, and at the last moment and the emergency part, this goes deeper than that. So if anybody's watching and want to see the full story, just go and look at my channel. He goes and blabs out, "Oh, there's this strange man, ugly looking man who looks like he's dead," or something like that. And he's trying to drag me to take him with him. I'm like, what? And he's 6. So it's
God.
Where did you get that from? It was crazy. So where can people find your book if they want to go and check it out?
For the summer, it's exclusively on Amazon. So the ebooks there, the print's there. So, and then I'm going to see if I can get it into a few more places online in the print version.
Okay. just a little few extra questions that I'm thinking about it now. For the viewers at home, can you give us a little bit more on the main character, but not too much? Then I don't want to give it too much away.
Okay, so Callie is an only child. She's a half-blood, so she's half vampire, half human. Her dad is the vampire. Her mom's the half human, or the human, so she's half. She's grown up pretty much, well, she knows she's a half-blood, but she's pretty much catered to the mortal side of things, and her dad decides enough of that, and she's off to Netherworld, which she didn't know existed. And chaos ensues.
That sounds awesome. Um, just curiosity, would you ever, if it would like hit off, would you ever do like a movie series behind it or something like that? Are you?
Oh yeah, I'd love to see them on the screen.
Me too. I was reading into I'm like, "Dang, this would be sick on a movie. Like it's different. It's not something I've seen. I'm into this genre too. I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything like that before. So please go check it out. It's really good.
Oh, thank you. I'm
um,
glad to hear people like it because I've been the only one reading it, me and my editor, for a year and a half.
no, it's good. It's really good. I've been reading books since I was that kid, that bookworm kid, and I always had to have either Goosebumps. I hope I'm not offending you if I like.
No, I love those too.
What was the other one? And then they had like the interactive. It was the same thing. They had interactive books that you would like change the ending and stuff like that. I love all that.
Oh yeah, and I was big into Christopher Pike. I don't know
Okay,
if you remember those. Those were some good ones.
I have to
They were
look
like
at.
horror, supernatural.
Oh yeah, Supernatural. I love all that stuff. So anything else you want to share with us? Any?
Well, if the scheduling works out, book 2, Secrets, should be out in August. And then, but if you look on Amazon for the pre-order setup, it'll say October, but that's just placeholder date. So if it would look like people know the next book's good there, it's not just a 1 book series. And then book 3 should be out by the end of the year. I'm hoping Halloween, but we'll see.
And just so I want to make sure I got like at least a good half an hour, so that's why I'm asking you stuff.
Okay, ask away.
I just thought of something. Is this a book like what age preference do you prefer? Like, would this book be for?
Probably teenagers going up. And I mean, I was reading way above my age grade when I was like 12, 13. So, I mean, if you think you can handle it, go ahead. There's a couple violenty parts, but it's not gore or anything.
Oh,
There's
okay, cool. That's good. Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you coming on. Um, I wanna pull more stuff out of you, but I'm thinking. Um, I've seen you in some of Nick's classes. Like, what's drawn you into that part of the world?
well, I've always been interested in the paranormal. I've got, I can do automatic writing. It kind of runs on my mother's side, that sort of things. So, I guess just wanting to learn more about it and tap into other areas of it. Because I always liked cards, but I never felt like I could connect to them. So, taking the different classes with the cards and
Yeah, I'm
plus
drawn to them too. I love cards. I know this isn't part, but it is kind of part of it. These are my favorite ones right now.
oh, those are awesome.
I love the art because I love art. So anything like mystical or I don't know, I'm drawn to stuff like that. So I saw your book, I was like, oh, I like this.
So I got to ask a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who's your favorite character so far in the book?
I like the main character. The father's kind of like pushy because why would you just tell her like she's having a break from school and you're just gonna like, nope, you're gonna do this. That reminded me of of like when I was younger, like that aspect of like making your kids do what you want them to do. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that it's complex. I like the way she acted. Because it was like, why are you telling me what to do? I like that. I want to get to know more about you though. What are the books that you've always been drawn to, like in the genre? Like, what's some of your favorite books?
Oh
Authors.
man. Um, I wasn't hugely into Stephanie Meyer's. Like I read it, I watched the movies, but those weren't, really dragging, pulling to me. I liked Rachel Kane and her Morganville series. Those were really good. PC Cast, House of Night. Oh yeah, she wrote that with her daughter. So there's two authors in that one. Vampire Diaries. I only read one book in that one, and then there was one years ago, Fallen, but I can't remember the author. But I think they did a movie out of it or a series on Fallen.
Speaking of, that's a good topic now. My brain's slow. I'm sorry. Vampires, since the book is around that. And you said you read the book the Vampire Diaries, and there's this whole thing like the books are better than the movie. What do you think about?
I think the books were a little better than the series and stuff. I think some of the stuff they kind of went off the rails on a little.
Yeah,
And
yeah, the movies. And I hope I don't get any fans like coming after me like, no, this movie's awesome. It's just the actors. I'm a movie buff, so like to see the way they acted was like, it's so corny.
well, you gotta always try and think like they're two separate things, even though they're supposed to be based. It's
Yeah.
more they loosely took the idea, then they're following the whole thing completely.
Speaking of vampires now, I keep saying that. Have you always been drawn to like for the lore of vampires?
Kind of, yeah.
Have you ever heard of Vlad the oh my god, I can't talk. Vlad the Impaler. That's the
Yes. Yeah.
that's
I
like
remember watching a couple I don't know if it was I think Ghost Adventures went to the
yeah, they've
castle.
been for a little bit.
And then I think there was another show that went there too. So I can't remember which one. Might have
It might have been on the History Channel, the Vlad
yeah.
Impaler, because I'm really into that. I know it's a little gory, but when I was a little kid, I wanted to know if it was a real thing, and I started collecting ghost stories and Bermuda Triangle. I had so many weird books. They were all like in nonfiction, fiction things, the lore. I had like a whole big, those Walmart bookshelves,
Yeah.
a whole thing full with that, just different books that I regret leaving behind. And I remember picking up when I saw Vlad the Impaler and like the history of where he came from and stuff. And then there was the other one with the actor, one of the first vampires. I forget the name. Bagalsi. I'm really bad at the name. The one that shows up in Zach's museum, like that dude.
Yeah, the one with the mirror.
Yeah,
I kind of think starts with a B, I think.
I can't say it. Bagalsi. If anything, I'll edit in the picture of the guy. But that romance about it, the lore behind it, it just got me. And I was 10, so I don't know if that was appropriate age for me to be reading that stuff, but
Well, it's funny how everybody seems to get into the paranormal when they're like around 10.
yeah.
That seems to be where
That was strange, and I was always like talking to my friends about it, and they were like, "Uh-huh, Maria, okay." Like, they get tired of it for after a while. Speaking, what do you like Ghost Adventure? I'm just gonna talk like if you're like we're getting to know each other now.
oh, I love Ghost Adventures. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
So, like, what's your favorite episode?
Yeah. Um, I think there's a couple. There's that one where they went to in the forest. There was an old house that had been something with the nuns. It had had that pool.
I think I know what that one's a good episode. I'll find the name and I'll put it. I think I know what you're talking about. That was
Yeah,
a crazy one. That he
that
goes
one.
out running. I think something he saw something and then he ends up finding the gravestone or the grave broken. He's like, this
Yeah.
wasn't broken. I think something like that.
Oh man. Oh, there's that weird one where Zach gets possessed in the church.
Oh, is that in the Italy? Is that Italy? because he's been possessed many times. I feel bad. I'm not trying to laugh.
I know. No, I think this one was in there like around Seattle or Oregon, because part of it they went to that part where there's the portal, and there, if you walk straight, looks like you're walking straight, but it feels like you're walking on the angle.
It's not
I think
Mackey.
that was the same episode.
Was it Mackey's? Or was that when Nick was in the group?
I think this was after Nick left. I think.
He's gotten like in trouble so many times. The one that scares me and it just stuck in my head is the one with that he's in the Lily Island, and it messed with me a little bit because it reminded me of a situation I went through when I was younger, and that's why I got back into the paranormal. And I was like 18, and it was something similar, but I was waking up from a dream, and I was awake. When I woke up, I started feeling that, and it looked so. Ugh, it just gives me chills. And he does the same thing. He fights it. He punches himself like to get out of the situation. That one's scary because it looks so.
Yeah. Oh, so you don't get it until you go through something like that, and then it stays with you.
Uh-huh. It stayed with me. Like I swear, like I wear this just just in case. Like I have the
Protection.
little stones and stuff. I always carry that. And then my grandma's, my great grandma's necklace.
Well, it's nice. Keeps you
Just in
safe.
case. Pennsylvania is very old, and there's so many like. It's very bad. Oh my god, I'm so awkward today. I'm tired. So thank you, Lisa. I hope we could talk again sometime. And thank you for coming on the show for your and congratulations on your book release. It looks
Thank you.
really cool. And I hope you guys at home go and check it out. It's way worth it. I've never seen a book like this before, so if you love reading, you'll really enjoy it. And thanks for watching. Till next time, see you guys.